Thanks,
morning,
Asaph.
everyone.
And that was Asaph Adonai on piano, but who are we?
Welcome
we are,
to Wake Up to Missoula. My name is Noelle.
And I'm Scott Ramp, and we're here to talk about wonderful things and everything that's going on here. We have a special guest on here today,
Marilyn Kentz
Marilyn.
is here.
Oh,
she
God.
is a comedian.
I knew I'd get it wrong.
She's talking about her comedy show that's tonight at the Strange Roof Playhouse. So we look forward to hearing from her in a few minutes. But we are going to start off with weather, as we always do.
Yes, it's cold outside this morning.
It is.
And so
nice.
just bundle up a little bit, but it's supposed to warm up into the high 83 today with a 30% chance of shower. And we've been getting showers on and off all week.
We have, yeah.
Yep, Thursday's going to be mostly sunny, but it's going to be a high of 79, so you can expect today to be pretty hot in the 80s, but you can expect things to start cooling down over the weekend and then getting hot as 82 degrees on Sunday. So that's pretty much it for like short-term weather, you know.
And because of all this cooler weather and all the rain, our fire risk has gone down to very high, and we also don't have as many fires either. If you guys take a look at our active fire map, the only fires we have are right here in the corner, and they're mostly in Idaho that are the closest ones, and a few in Montana, but they're all pretty much contained. And so we don't really have any fires at the moment, which is really nice. Yeah, not bad, right? Yeah. But this week is halfway through, and the weather has been very nice. I'm enjoying this cool weather.
Yeah, it's
I'm in
been
favor
great.
of this. Yeah.
It's already getting hot, but this is probably because of the studio lights, but
yeah.
I probably should have worn this sweater onto the set today. But I am anyways, representing the 406. But of course, we have brand new programming on tonight, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the new programs that are happening tonight on MCAT. So this is the stuff we shot a couple months ago. This is the Mansfield Asia Montana Energy Summit, and this is, I remember a couple years ago is that were delegates or businessmen from China came down to Missoula, of all places, to talk about a joint effort in energy.
Interesting.
So this is on the lines of that same talk, but of course we also have a musical concert that I shot a couple months ago that's called The Big Gig, which is supposed to be like a big open mic for a bunch of college kids. College kids to talk about music and stuff. And this is like one of the last performances from the band Sacred Cow before they broke up. Cool. And they're a really awesome band, but you know, bands break up all the time.
It happens.
So here is a little taste of what's new tonight on MCAT, and then I'll show you some tastes of art and culture, for sure, after this.
In our country, we had a great start. We built new reactors. We were bringing them online. And then 30 years ago, we had this little thing called 3 Mile Island, and the United States just stepped out of the way. It was a tremendous strategic mistake. We ceded leadership to the rest of the world. But under this administration, Alexander in the Senate is going to hold hearings with the purpose of getting more U.S. involvement, and hopefully U.S. involvement in partnering with Japan and Korea and others to build nuclear power plants.
Thanks, y'all. That's called End of the Day. This next song is called The Breeze. How's our sound, by the way?
Okay, so this is, of course, this is part 2 of a endless part series, of course.
Yes.
I was there for like 6 hours filming all those bands.
Oh
So
my God.
each segment's probably going to be like 2 hours long, so you can expect it to be a 3-part big gig series featuring all sorts of wonderful bands.
Yep.
There's big bands, there's small combos, and it was
Solos.
It was great. But I was there for just a little longer
Way too long.
I didn't have the freedom just to move around and go wherever, but
no.
But I do want to talk about some of our summer camps, and of course, we have animation summer camp this week. It is part 2 of our animation summer camp because it's so popular. We added a second week for the kids who can't get into our first week of camp, so The second week of camp is for some of the kids. And I guess the second week, they're just a little more rowdier and just kind of like going off
That's
the
what
walls.
I noticed is these kids are a little more rowdier and they're less interested in stop motion.
They want to make movies and stuff.
They just want to run around.
Yeah, a lot of them. But like one girl she wants to make a movie every 5 seconds, and then when she's done, she wants to make the next movie, and it's like we haven't really finished this one.
Yeah.
So we'll work on that later on.
Yes.
But there's gonna be a lot of footage just lying around, and then we're gonna have to tell the kids to pick it up and put it together.
I know.
And pick up all their garbage.
Yeah. But Scott made an animation of his own.
Yes, when I had the time between kids, because they're pretty self-sufficient creating their own videos. So I was just like, yeah, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. And I did this little short animation. It's where a guy goes to a haunted mansion, and it's ridiculously
pretty sweet.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Oh wow! Look, a scary mansion. I'll go look inside. This place is nice. I wonder why nobody lives here. Holy crap!
You have come into my lair. Whoa!
Please don't hurt me. I thought this was a nice mansion.
Oh, I will eat your soul through this bendy straw.
No, but that's totally uncool, man.
I don't care if it's cool. I'm still gonna do it.
Don't you have any manners?
How dare you? Of course I have manners. How do you think I got this mansion?
I didn't come here to get my soul sucked out by a rude ghost. Excuse me.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, not again.
Hey, look, a mansion.
Ho, ho, ho. Lady Luck's on my side. Oh.
Huh, this is a nice mansion.
Huh? All right.
That was great, Scott. Little animated short by Scott Ramp. That was pretty funny.
And then after animation camp, I'll probably never make another one for a long time. Maybe during winter when things really slow down.
Yeah, but during the winter and fall months, Scott and I are talking about doing just like a Saturday drop-in animation camp.
Yes, I think we might just start that in October because it seems like all those after-school
programs,
quote-unquote babysitting programs will be for Saturdays.
Yep. Yeah.
So our idea is just doing Saturday, like 1 to 3 drop-ins, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But right now, I just want to do a little bit of social networking, social media. That is, if you want to get in contact with us, you can email us at wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. You can go to the little contact us tab right here. You can also like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter. And also, MCAT also has a Twitter page that you can totally follow.
Yeah.
And you can also like them, us, the channel that broadcasts Wake Up Missoula, Missoula Community Access Television, on our Facebook page. And you can message us and ask questions about wonderful things. But of course, our official website is mcat.org. You just simply go to mcat.org, boom, and it should just load. Yeah.
Loading.
It'll load for quite a while. While we're waiting, we're gonna show you an art clip, and we're gonna bring out our guests, and then then hopefully it'll load, and then we'll talk all about it.
MCAT.org is a great resource to check out any information that you want to about us.
Yes, and you can see old meetings, videos, and stuff that aired on MCAT on MCAT.org via our video on demand. But before we go to art clip, we will. We'll talk after we show this art clip. We're going to bring in our first guest, so stay tuned. Hey, we're here with
Marilyn. Yes.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello, Marilyn.
Hello. How are you doing?
So good. How are you?
Well.
And so you are a comedian.
Yes.
Tell us about your comedic history.
Well, in the early 90s, my best friend and neighbor and I put together a little comedy show about moms. And we were called the Mommies, and we advertised it for women who don't want sex more than once a month. And we filled the theaters with it. And little by little, without us really trying to get anything special, we accidentally got a sitcom on NBC called The Mommies, and we got a talk show on ABC, and then we got kicked off by Barbara Walters.
Oh, Barbara.
Yeah.
She gets what she wants, I guess.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. So I'm here now, because since then I've gotten much older, and so have all my audience. And so the show I'm doing tonight, it's at the Stensrud.
Yeah.
Stensrud Theater, and it's tonight at 7:30, and it's called "Will I Ever Wear a Bikini Again?" And the answer is no.
How many women are going to be performing?
Well, in this case, it's just myself. Cool. Yes, I'm a lover of Missoula.
Is it going to be like a one-woman show? Just got to go up there for?
And I have it's layered. I have a little music, which I can't sing. I just fake it, and then I do comedy about getting older and what's that like, and then I layer it with some poignant things about when our parents are aging and what we do then, and then come right back and talk about the chin hair that I love to pluck.
Yeah, right. That's awesome. And
we live in a wonderful time with lasers and stuff.
Yeah, we really just laser
well,
that
but there's
off.
just one. See, one will come out of this little mole here, and I am like I am holding it, I'm blinging it. One time I was just driving and I could feel it, and I knew I was going to obsess, so I just stopped at a Walgreens, and I didn't buy the tweezers. I just
Oh, what we do to stay beautiful. So how long is your show tonight?
Tonight it's about an hour and 15 minutes.
Awesome.
And it starts at 7:30. Tickets are $30. And it's just going to be fun. It's for women over 40 and the men who love them.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. So it's got a little thing for guys there too?
Yeah.
Good. Nice.
And you don't want guys to go because then they know all the secrets, and the guys like, that's why.
Yeah.
Well, that is kind of what I give them I give them that little treat.
Yeah. Kind of clue them in on stuff.
Yeah.
They need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else you could say? Any do you want to plug any websites that you?
Oh, well, you could go to my website, which is MarilynKentz.com. And that's spelled Marilyn, not Meredith. Kentz, Marilyn Kentz.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can check out all webs like
Yeah,
YouTube.
stuff I do, all the things I do, yeah.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
great.
Well, thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, Stensrud Playhouse tonight, you guys.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this.
I'm Montana Hope. I am Montana Hope. I am Montana Hope.
For the last 30 years, the Montana Hope Project has been granting wishes to Montana children who face life-threatening illnesses.
I'm Montana Hope.
To make a donation and help their wishes come true, please visit montanahope.org.
Well, sorry about
guys.
that. That was just a little
Super laggy.
technical brain thing. That last PSA, we won't run another PSA for the rest of the show.
We're so sorry.
All right, Noelle, how's
wait,
events?
it kind of looks like we're frozen.
Oh, we are frozen.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
We're really frozen. Oh,
oh,
and we're back.
Yeah.
We're back
So
again.
I'm not going to even think about it right now.
No.
I'm not going to even try to sew any PSAs because those PSAs are deadly. And of course, we do have MCAT.org now. I told you it'd be up by the time we finish with the interview.
Yes. So MCAT.org. This is where you can find out all the information you want to. If you go to the tab Video on Demand, up at the top, you can go to channel 189 or channel 190.
Watch old shows.
Yeah, it'll take you to a great little website where you can watch old shows, you can watch current shows, you can watch us. Yeah,
it takes you to the great website, MCAT.org.
Yeah, it has a lot of great resources for anything that you need to know about our TV station. But we're going to go to events. So this is what's going on for today. Starting at 11 a.m. at Spectrum Discovery area. Their Discovery Bench is Little Bits, and their Brain Lab is neurotransmitter necklaces. $3.50 for anyone 4 and over, and if you're under 3, you're in for free. Out to Lunch is at Caris Park at 11 to 2. Features over 20 varied food vendors. They've got music, kids activities, and so the entertainment is live music by Jelly Bread, and the kids activities by the National Wildlife Federation, sponsored by Berkshire Hathaway, Rocky Mountain Bank, and Tour of Montana. The Missoula Public Library has got a Big Sky Branch summer film starting at 1. You can go over to Big Sky High School and check that out, 1 p.m. today. Middle School Writers is at the Missoula Public Library at 3:30. This is a writing group for grades 6 through 9, every Wednesday from 3:30 to 5. And so they just play with words, give feedback, and eat some chocolate. Yeah. Top Hat Lounge is hosting Sharon in the Groove, which is celebrating the music of fish. This is every Wednesday at 4:30, and they have a themed fish happy hour. There is the Kettle House at Northside Tap Room. They have Brew and High Q community night. And so they're bringing together a tasty Kettle House beer and amazingly locally grown poetry. So it's like a poetry and brew, little celebration. They always do their nonprofit Kettle House nights, pint nights. So it's a pint night for the Missoula Writing Collaborative, starting at 5 and goes till 8. And then they're at Great Burn Brewing Company, starting at 5 p.m. They are doing their pint night, and it's 5 to 8. They'll donate 50 cents of every pint sold. They'll donate it to the Friends of the Historical Museum at Fort Missoula. And they also have Bao Chow Asian food cart on hand. Yeah, that's
cool.
Kind of nice, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you said, Friends of Fort Missoula, I just see, they should no, I really just want to call them up and say we should do the theme song to Friends, but at Fort Missoula.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
I'm gonna ask them if they want to do it just for fun.
Just for fun.
And then they can show it on their own leisure.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah.
And I would totally show it on this show.
Me too. Fun. Yeah, it's hilarious.
It's basically like stop animation. It's just it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we just pretend to play music in front of a green screen. And then do the clap thing, and we all get a clap wrong.
Yeah.
Intentionally.
Intentionally, but not intentionally.
And then unintentionally.
And so there's meditation for veterans at their Learning Center at Red Willow tonight at 5:30. This is a part of their Heroes Therapeutic Outreach Program. And so it's a free meditation course for veterans, their families, and caregivers. And so it's, it'll really help with PTSD and anxiety and sleeping problems. And so 5:30 at the Learning Center at Red Willow this evening. Then at Natural Grocers, they're having a paleo vegan smoothie class.
I'm down for that.
So you can learn how to make paleo vegan smoothies. And I say it like that because it's hilarious.
Well, then you should keep saying it like that.
Paleo vegan smoothie.
Say the whole thing like that. No, the whole synopsis.
Smoothies are a great way to start your day and provide nutrition on the go. They can also be used to dramatically increase the nutrient density of your diet.
Alright.
Smoothie recipes are amazing, and all the recipes require 4 easy steps. Supercharge your smoothie for personalized health benefits.
Paleo vegan smoothies.
Paleo vegan smoothies.
Nutrition on the go.
At Natural Grocers at 6
That sounds like a commercial. We should probably stop.
I hope you guys understood that. Missoula Public Library is hosting their open time in their makerspace starting at 6 p.m. You can explore all the cool things they have, learn how to use the equipment, or work on some projects. Goes from 6 to 7. And then there is Jazz Night at the Top Hat Lounge. Jazz Night, the Alex Newman Organ Trio. It starts at 7 p.m. And there is the Internet Cat Video Festival at the Roxy Theater tonight, starting at 7 p.m. as well. So it's an online celebration, well, for offline celebration of online cat videos. And yeah, so everyone's just going to gather around and watch a bunch of curated cat videos, which is hilarious.
Really?
Yeah. Screening at 5 and 7. Internet
Wow.
Cat Video Festival. Yeah. Yeah, I think that this is their first one.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe I should just show my animation cat video that I showed on Monday and just be like, here, watch this. Yeah. And that's happening tonight?
Yep, tonight at the Roxy, 5 and 7.
5 and 7?
Yeah. Yeah, and then Missoula City Band Summer Concert Series is going to be at the Bonner Park Band Shell starting at 8 p.m. Scott, will you be there?
Yes.
Scott will be there. So he'll be
and
playing the trombone.
Yes, trombone.
Playing the trombone. What is it?
Playing the trombone. Playing the trombone.
Playing the trombone.
This is the trombone, by the way. But yeah, it's the theme of this dinner thingy. I'm just trying to vamp. Is Back to the Future.
Sweet.
You remember the Back to the Future movies? We're playing the theme and the other songs that were in it, including songs with ZZ Top.
Cool.
And I guess the guy who sings "The Power of Love," which everyone knows the song, but no one knows the artist.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's the power of love.
That'll be fun. Sweet.
Don't need money.
Go at 8 p.m. Scott will be there at Bonner Park. And
don't need no benefits.
There is karaoke tonight. There's karaoke at the Eagles Lounge, the Badlander, and the Sunrise Saloon.
So wake up with Missoula for your karaoke updates.
Yeah, pretty much. But right now, we are going to switch gears, and we're going to go over to Asaph segments.
Now, this will be really, really basically short. I'm going to do a musical contrast between two artists. We're going to start with a concert violinist named Itzhak Perlman. In short, Itzhak Perlman is an Israeli-American violinist composer, and he was born in Tel Aviv. And when he got his first violin training at the age of 3, he went to the Schumalt Conservatory and was turned down for being too small to hold a violin.
Boo.
And so he taught himself to play on a toy fiddle. And a few years later, the conservatory had accepted him by the time he was 10 years old.
Oh.
So,
if you could play that well on a tiny fiddle.
Yeah, he worked his way from a tiny fiddle. Let's show the clip right now. That's Itzhak Perlman right there. This is a man who has spent his entire life playing this beautiful concert music like this.
Yeah, he's great.
And he contracted polio at the age of 4. It didn't affect his violin playing then, obviously, but they didn't have the self-helps then as far as the medications at that time that we have today.
So, yeah?
But finally about this man, his big break came on the Ed Sullivan Show, and he appeared on that show twice when he came to the U.S. The second time he was on the same program with the Rolling Stones, so isn't that something to be a concert violinist and be on the same program with the Stones?
Yeah, that's cool.
Talk about a contrast.
Yeah.
And now, like, I see, like, violinists, like, playing with all sorts of musicians. There's this, like, I'm not sure if you heard about this. There's a violinist from Ireland who's, like, in the big, like, electronic scene right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You're not talking about Andre Roux, are you?
It's a woman.
Oh, okay.
And I can show you that video after the show. And then
sure,
it is ridiculous. She's really good at it. But it's like I see the music video to these like things, and they have like the bridge is like featuring her on the bridge, and it's just like, huh, interesting. I just like watch.
Now the second person we're going to talk about, a woman by the name of Gail Peck, but she's known to the world as Julie London. Julie London was an American jazz singer, pop singer, actress, and a former pinup model.
What?
And she released 32 albums, pop jazz standards during the 50s and 60s with her signature song, Cry Me a River. And here it is right here. You can play this clip here.
I cried a river over you. You drove me, nearly drove me out of my head, while you never shed a tear.
You'll see where I'm leading when you see this clip here.
Remember, I remember all that you said. Told me love was too plebeian.
So this gives you an idea of how popular. Now this is from her own television show at the time called the Julie London Show. Her real life husband, Bobby Troup, was one of the producers of the program and also a professional jazz pianist. She went on to star on a show called Emergency with the actor Randolph Mantooth. And you know, when you see the show Chicago Hope, they have a Squad 51. She was 74,
Wow.
and her real life husband Bobby Troup passed away just prior to that.
He kind of looks like he was in that show MASH. Was he?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
He kind of looked the same.
He did look exactly like that, the doctor in MASH.
No, he wasn't. But Bobby Troup was a jazz pianist and a producer, and so he produced the Julie London
And
show.
how long did the emergency exclamation point last?
Maybe about 2 or 3 seasons, something like that.
That's most seasons. Back in those days, like shows
Emergency
would
exclamation
shows would actually end.
Yeah.
They would go in an arch and then they would end completely.
Yeah.
Now
And,
they
Which like nowadays like shows just like
Keep
it's like
going.
no like that's why people are like obsessed with like watching Netflix and all that stuff because everything ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the way it was in the 70s. And the original Emergency, that's where they had the Squad 51.
Nice.
So when you look at Chicago Hope, that's kind of a takeoff from there. But theirs is way more fancy, obviously.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So
Not as
that's the
boxy.
story on Itzhak Perlman and Julie London.
Nice, thanks, Asaph.
Sure.
That was Musical Notes with Asaph Adonai, everyone. Now we are going to some more events, some Thursday events. So, starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning is a wild whitewater rafting trip. This is put on by the Girl Scouts and registered adults. So it goes Girl Scouts in grades 4 to 12. You can contact Sarah, who's in charge, at 1-800-736-5243, extension 2306. Or you can contact her online, Sarah, SARAHM, at gsmw.org. Yeah, check that out.
What I've always liked about the Girl Scouts in contrast with the Boy Scouts is that the Girl Scouts have a lot more group activities involved with them. Well, the boys, groups, they have their big camp trip every year. They always have the big camp trip. They go out every year. But a lot of times when earning their own badges, they have to do things on their own.
Yeah, I know.
Which I can get the contrast, but it's camaraderie is always an important factor in any kind of after-school program and stuff like that. Being able to work together as a team. Yep. But that's my little stint on Girl Scouts versus Boy Scouts.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I know. And then, so going on, E3 Convergence Gallery's got an open studio with Bobby Almer. Bobby will be working live in the gallery, and you're welcome to bring your art supplies by and work on something you desire, or you can stop by and chat or enjoy the exhibit. Yeah, from 10 to 4. E3 Convergence Gallery, tomorrow morning. There's origami piece cranes at the Missoula Public Library tomorrow starting at 1. You can learn how to fold origami piece cranes and fold them in remembrance of Hiroshima, gosh, I don't know. And
Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Yeah, anniversaries, yeah. So 1 p.m. in the boardroom. Read Dogs is going on in the Missoula Public Library at the same time. That is in the Dragon Rug in the children's area. They're reading education assistance dogs, and they're just waiting for you to read to them. There is a family summer movie going on an hour after that at 2 p.m. at the public library. It is in the large meeting room.
Are you okay, Asaph?
Yeah, my foot slipped off the pedal.
That was really loud.
Lego Club is at the Dragon Rug in the children's area from 3:30 to 5. Lego and Duplo pieces are provided. If you're under 12, they ask that if you have an adult with you. But yeah, 3:30 to 5 in the large meeting room. And then there is a downtown drop-in wine tasting at Librata Bella, which is located underneath the Old Post Pub. It's a different theme each week, a minimum of 4 wines and $10. Starts at 5 tomorrow. And then Downtown Tonight is at Caras Park from 5:30 to 8:30. They've got, it's just like out to lunch. They have 20 different food vendors. They've got music, kids activities, lots of awesome things. So there's music by Jameson and the Sword Seeds, and the kids activity by Championship Training. Yeah. Zootown Arts Community Center's got a paint and pour. So they are going to pour you a glass of wine, and you load up on your palette, and then they're going to instruct you how to do a painting. Yeah, so you pretty much just like drink wine and paint. That sounds great. Starts at 6 p.m. tomorrow, yeah. And then we've got our country dance lessons with instructor Kathy Clark. Sunrise Saloon starting at 7 p.m. It's $5 per lesson. And then at the Roxy Theater, it's got a couple movies going on tomorrow night. Starting at 7 p.m. is Seymour, an introduction. This is about a beloved pianist, teacher, and true inspiration who shares eye-opening insights from amazing life. And I have got a trailer for that. So this is playing at the Roxy Theater tomorrow evening.
I remember your Alice Tully Hall recital very well.
The Tully Hall had just opened. I was a total wreck.
But Seymour, you were a great player. You were an amazing player. You got fabulous reviews.
I didn't tell anyone, and I arranged a farewell concert. And that was the last concert I ever played.
So did you think in the end that you found your creative identity as a teacher?
A dream. That was better than mine. You're not allowed to play better than I do.
My friend invited me over to dinner, and Seymour Bernstein was sitting next to me, and I immediately felt kind of safe around him. I decided to confide with him that I've been performing with a crippling stage fright. The bottom line of the conversation, most artists are not nervous enough.
Well, this is one of the greatest pieces that was ever written. It's so gorgeous. The most important thing is to inspire an emotional response for all aspects of life. Music and life interact. Through its language, we become one with the stars. Now here comes one of the biggest climaxes in all of music.
He showed me what a musician could be.
Most people don't tap the God within.
Sometimes I think that playing life more beautifully is what I'm after.
That's how life is. It has conflicts, pleasures, harmony, and dissonance. The same thing occurs in music.
All right.
Yeah, that'll be at the Roxy tomorrow night. I know, doesn't that look fun?
That looks like there's going to be a good documentary.
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So that'll be at the Roxy Theater, 7 p.m. Tomorrow night. Check that out, you guys. Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of Władysław Spillman from The Pianist.
Yeah.
You know, nice. That movie with Adrian Brody is based on Spillman's life. And
cool.
This is what this reminds me of.
Yeah. Yeah. The Roxy Theater's also got another movie going on. They're doing a summer of Spielberg, so they've been showing all the Indiana Jones movies this summer. And so it's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, starting at 8 p.m. at the Roxy.
The Last Crusade. They tackled aliens and stuff, and then now they're making a new one with Chris Pratt as Indiana Jones, which probably should have happened.
Chris Pratt is so popular right now.
Yeah.
He's all over.
I should get popular when I'm fat, and then I lose a lot of weight and look really good, and then become like Chris Pratt.
Did you know that he's married to Anna Faris?
Yeah. She is hilarious.
No, she's like one of my favorite girl comedians ever. Her and Kristen Wiig are like up there for me.
Yeah, she
funny.
She had to struggle really hard to get where she's at because the Scary Movie and all that stuff I watched in Scary Movie just is like she's so awkward and interesting because before she went like blonde and
and like really like got into her like comedic self. I didn't know they were married until recently, and I was just like. I just like was so excited I didn't know that because I am currently in love with Chris Pratt.
Yeah, but anyways,
and then I love her too, so I'm just like, oh yeah. Oh man, can't get enough. Can't stop, won't stop.
She did a movie with Chris Evans not too recently.
What was it?
As like, what's your number or something about your number? It's like, give me your number. Anyways, we have more than
yes,
just
we do
trailers.
have some more events. Yes, yes. So at the Top Hat Lounge tomorrow night at 8, they are doing a fund for Kelly Whitehorn of Missoula to assist with medical and living expenses. So Ryan Young of Trampled by Turtles, he's a fiddle player. And then our very own Tom Catmull, whose kids were in our summer camp last week, and they are really cool.
Oh, talking about name dropping.
Ever, yeah. But, so at the Top Hat Lounge tomorrow night at 8 p.m., they are going to be combining forces and playing together for this fundraiser. They will have a door fee and raffle items, but it'll all be for Kelly Whitehorn, who needs some help. Yeah, so that starts at 8 p.m. tomorrow. And then we've got open mic at the Eagles Lounge and Broadway Bar at 8:30 and 9. Dead Hipsters at the Badlander at 9. Nashville 406 is at the Sunrise Saloon at 9. Karaoke at the Dark Horse at 9. And DJ Holic at Monks at 10. So those are all the events I've got for you guys. As always, check out MissoulaEvents.net, The Independent, the newspaper. The University of Montana's website always has their events on there too. So lots of great resources to find out what exactly is going on in our town. Yeah. That's about it for my events.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't have anything for city council, but I do have a couple just like quick things. I looked it up real quick, and you can find out more information on your own and watch the meeting. It was a 2-hour and 40-minute meeting, and they spent hardcore time on the budget.
Yeah.
And one of the controversial things is that John Wilkins brought up that we could fund another judge in the city of Missoula because the workloads for the judges that we have currently are full. And Emily Bentley said, no, I don't think we should do it. I think they're just exaggerating. The judges that we already have are exaggerating about the workload. So a judge wrote a letter to the editor, and there's a little bit of controversy going on right there. So I think that I just wanted to share that because controversy is sexy. But anyways, another big announcement, the city wards, so if you wanted to be a city council member, Sunday was the last day to do it. And of course, they're going to be holding a primary election, and only for Ward 6. No, Ward 2. Ward 6 was amended because they only have 3 people running.
Yeah.
And if you have 3 people running, they have the option of holding a primary election. But of course, for Ward 2, they had 4 people running, which is mandatory by the state law to hold a primary election for it as well.
Oh,
so you'll see who's going to be on your city council, replacing Adam Hertz, who is not running again for city council, and of course Jason Weiner is also not running for re-election. So it's going to be quite
That'd be
a big replacement as well.
Yeah. Yes, it will. Yeah. Yeah.
But of course, we always have Brian von Lossberg, who very much is like, in my personal opinion, that doesn't reflect anyone else related to the station. Brian von Lossberg and Jason Weiner are pretty much one of two brain.
Yeah.
They're pretty close.
They are pretty close. They make similar decisions.
They make a lot of similar decisions.
I always liked Adam Hertz because he was always the opposing voice to everything. And it's good to have in city council.
And they John Wilkins was that opposing voice for such a long time. And then, they have such a, I guess with city council, they've always seemed to have such a harmony with agreeing with each other and all that stuff. And all the grunt work gets done in the committee meetings. So if there's any public hearings and committee meetings, be sure to check it out today, happening from 10 a.m. or 12 a.m. all the way until 5 p.m. It's going to be all day, and you can find out which meeting starts when. There's public land use and all that stuff. All these little committees, which are important to making the city of Missoula run. Yep. And they just work through the budget for 2+ hours. And yep.
Very true. Yeah. But, I think this is the
I think we're going to end the show exactly the way we started the show, by me interrupting Noelle as she's trying to talk.
As always. So if you want to find out any more information,
you can log on to Wake Up Missoula.
Oh my God, Scott, no, you can't.
Yes, I will.
Please don't.
I am.
No, don't interrupt me.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, you can log on to wakeupmissoula.wix.com/wakeupmissoula. You can like us on Facebook.
It looks like we have 2 likes. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Thanks, everyone.
It's probably just random comments.
You can like us on Twitter. You can like Missoula Community Access Television on Twitter, as well as MCAT on Facebook. And then go to MCAT.org.
Which is loaded.
Yeah, which is finally loaded. To find out any information that you need to.
Yes.
But we want to thank very much to Marilyn for being on our show today, and good luck on her show tonight. And thanks, Scott. Thanks, Asaph. Yeah. And thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
So for Wake Up Missoula, I'm Noelle McFloy.
And I'm Scott Rance.
And this is Asaph Adonai. Thanks, everyone.